I mean, cool. For one, of course, this is super useful for so many, companies to have a job fair or have a way to actually do recruitment. And I know so many other like AI Sweden, or we have EIT Digital, and so many other organizations are trying to help accelerating AI. But one perhaps of the biggest need, I think, is recruitment. And this thing at NDSML. And what date is it, Goran? When will the actual job fair happen?
21st of May. So it's basically, you have the summit is on 18th, 19th and 20th, and then the 21st is actually the job fair summit.
Mm. Mm. And I guess for H&M, they would they have high demands on recruitment as well, right, Errol?
We have enormous demands on recruitment. Just this year, we want to hire an additional 80 people. So, I mean, I think recruitment is the biggest roadblock right now, both locally and then also getting people here from the world. Yeah.
It's the same for Peltorin as well, of course, and the same for Spotify when I worked there as well. I mean, the reason we did a lot of speeches or did a lot of meetups and other things, it's recruitment purposes. I mean, that's the way that you attract people to the company.
I would say partly, yes. Okay. It's for recruitment and branding purposes. But I also think from personal perspective, I think you need to share the knowledge that you're accumulating as well. Of course, not giving away too much of the business secret, but I think in order for us to increase the level of talent, we need to make sure that we share the knowledge. If the knowledge only stays in the companies and the minds of the people there, we will not be able to build up the talent that wants to join as well. So it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, and I think this is why this kind of idea of a job fair, I think it's the first, at least in the Nordics that I've seen, to have a properly scaled up job fair where employees can meet employers, so to speak.
Yeah,
and I know you're going to be there as well, I guess, in H&M. And
of course, H&M is going to be there. When Goran told me about it, we jumped all over it. We've been recruiting quite heavily as well. Not just continue recruiting, but we recruited over 100 people the last 2 years.
And that's both data scientists and analysts and ML engineers and
data engineers, data analysts. Honestly, I think we're over 100 now, 120. We did a bit of reorganization, so the data engineers moved out of our organization into the data foundation part. But I think we're up to 120-ish.
Yeah, and what is that department called? I mean, the whole department, is it?
So I work in the domain, which is called AI, Analytics and Data, and I'm responsible for the product area, which is called AI Foundation.
Right. I mean, cool. I really have high hopes for this job fair, and that's one of the more important and problematic and the big challenges that so many companies have when it comes to data and AI, to really find talents, right? Yeah,
I mean, finding talents, I think, although most companies also are focusing on the wrong talents. I think one of the good things around Peltorin, and I'm going to give you a bit of cred here, is that you enable a lot of users without some of the technical knowledges as well. Right. It's not just about hiring data scientists. You mentioned data analysts as well. I think if we can enable more people through tooling, so it's about your business strategy. How do you go from just focusing on the data scientist, the sexiest job of the 20th century, into enabling the entire business? So how do we enable more people to work with AI? I think is the general question. And then how do we get the resources and upskill them as well?
Yeah, sounds super cool. And Goran, for people that want to know, what are we really speaking about, the job fair, where would they find information about this? They can Google for what?
So you go to NDSML Summit, and then...
so Google for NDSML, and that stands for
Nordic Data Science Machine Learning Summit. And then on the main page, you will be divided between the summit and the job fair. So the summit is actually the sixth annual that we are doing, actually fifth annual that we are doing.
Was I part of the first one?
Yeah, of course you are. You're one of the advisory board members.
Yeah. And I was
yes,
right?
Of course. Yeah. Oh, God. So to you. So basically, yes, and so the summit is actually the fifth annual that we're organizing for mid-size and enterprises across the Nordic. Is actually the annual gathering of the data science and machine learning community in the Nordics to discuss how to maximize the usage of these capabilities within the organization. And then the reason why we created this job summit, it was because of, so in the recent months, we have gotten a lot of request by the community actually to help out with either searching for candidates or searching for positions and etc. And we are not recruiters, so the only way how we could help is actually to organize what we know the best, and that is like an event. So far it's so good. We have around 500 already participants. It's expected between 800 and 1,000 participants to be there. And we have fantastic employers as well exhibiting, like H&M, Electrolux, Volvo is there, Snowflake is there, many others. So it's going to be fantastic, and I'm very excited about it. So go to NDSML Summit/Job Fair, and you will find out a little bit more. It's free to attend for everybody, and that's it.